So my name's JT Eagan. I'm a clinical assistant professor of accounting in the Daniel School of Business at Purdue University. My main focus is tax, so this is an exciting time for me, definitely. Yeah, a lot of changes from prior year and very exciting. A lot of folks are going to expect potentially bigger refunds, which is pretty cool for them. So anybody that is receiving overtime pay or tip income, there's even an extra senior deduction this year that wasn't there in previous years. So depending on your situation, could have a bigger refund this year, which is pretty exciting. Now, I think the key on this is getting information because the information may not exactly be on your W-2. So if you work overtime, you may need to go back to your employer and ask for a breakout of my overtime pay versus my regular time pay so that you can more properly and accurately prepare the taxes as a result. There's a lot of different ways that you can file your taxes. You can certainly do it yourself using an online solution. You can go to a professional. I do think it's important to check that professional out, check out their credentials, make sure that they are properly licensed or credentialed to prepare taxes. The other way would be to go to a VITA site. VITA stands for the Voluntary Income Tax Assistance Program, and these are volunteers that have training in tax that assist low-income households and actually prepare their returns for free. So using AI to assist in your tax filings, certainly some help there that can push you into the right direction. But I will tell you, through some research that I've done and exploring those tools myself, I do note that AI tends to hallucinate with tax more than other areas that I've dabbled with in AI. And I think the reason why is the body of knowledge is just too large and the tax law updates too frequently. And frankly, the individual tax filing situations just tend to change. Yeah, I think this is just one of those procrastination monsters that will crop up, that if you can put it to the back burner, people will put it to the back burner. Gather your information. That might take a little bit of extra time depending on your situation this year, but once you have that information, go ahead and get that return in, because especially if you're expecting a refund, you want to receive that refund as quickly as possible. So one of the reasons this year, which is a change in the administration, is interestingly not with the IRS, but with the Postal Service. And it's the way that they apply postmarks to filings and really to any piece of mail. So if you historically we'll say, procrastinate a bit on filing your taxes and you are taking it to the post office on April 15th, interestingly, in prior years, that was great because you'd get that postmark and you would receive it as timely filed for April 15th. But this year and going forward, the Postal Service actually changed how they process and apply that postmark. So it may not be for a couple of days later when they actually get to applying that stamp to your envelope. And if that's the case, you'd end up being late, and you don't want that. So if you miss the filing deadline, we don't want to panic, but we do want to get filed as quickly as possible. So start gathering your paperwork, and maybe even at that point, because you've missed a deadline, reach out to a tax professional. There are certain steps that you can take to help mitigate penalties and then get that return in sooner rather than later.